So in the last tutorial, we created our new Unity project, we imported our assets, and we adjusted our layout to however we need to have it set up. In this video, we'll go over how to set up our road. So first, what you're going to want to do is come out here into the project window, expand the course library folder or directory, whatever you wish to name that as, and then also the same for the ground folder. Next, you'll find the ground road component. It's up to you, it's optional, but I highly recommend. I've gone ahead and figured out how all the settings are set up for the original product. You'll want to set the rotation to -90 so we don't have to do this manually later on for each of the component or new components we generate. So go ahead and set 90 here, and then scroll down if you don't see it and select Add Component. Then in the search bar, start typing box, and then once you see box collider, add box collider. Good, we're good so far. Next, go ahead and click and select ground road. Then click and drag it into the hierarchy window up here. It will auto position to the default position we have set for the ground road that is defined in the project window underneath the assets. Next, for the ground road, select it in the hierarchy. We're going to rename this to ground road space, open parenthesis, the number 1, close parenthesis. We're doing this so that when we make a copy of it, it doesn't generate ground road 1, it'll generate ground road 2. For Windows users, you can type Control-C at the same time and then press Control-V to first copy, then to Control-V paste. For Mac users, it's Command-C to copy and then Command-V to paste. Those are the shortcuts. You can also right-click on the element and say copy, and then in the white space, click paste. But I like using shortcuts personally. So go ahead, click copy, paste. And then what you'll need to do is you'll need to move this so that we actually build a road. Now I already know the distance, but if you want to manually try to figure out, you're welcome to. Personally, I'd rather not. I'm going to go under and make sure that my road 2 is selected, then under the transform options, position Z, and change this to an increment of 5. So the starting position is 0, and increment would be obviously 5. We can then do the same thing, copy, paste, and add an increment of 5, which is 10. Repeat the process for 40 of these roads. Now, before you generate all 40, what you'll want to do next is in the hierarchy window for the drop-down, click on Create Empty. This is going to act as a parent and or container for all of our ground objects or our road objects, which we will obviously call road. So then select your 3 elements. You can click using the control key on Windows 1, 2, 3 at a time, Command as an alternative for Mac, or you can simply hold down the Shift key and select the first one and then the last one, and it will select everything in between. Then using your mouse, click and drag into road. So now when we select road, the whole road moves. Or you can select every element separately. Next, go ahead, like I said, generate 40 of these. In the next video, I will go over how to do the same manual process automatically using C# scripts. So you can try that as an alternative way, but it is not required. Neither is it generally recommended for the project if you're going to continue on with the original project, because they have their assets manually generated. But it's a fun little project. Once we're done with that, I will go over the simple task of finalizing the environment where we set up the sky and ground.